Hi friends! Transitional blush has been all the rave lately. Let this be your step-by-step guide on how to achieve that, the Painted by Esther way. This method is simple and long-lasting, so it won't disappear in like 0.2 seconds. So follow along and let's get started. Okay, tools. You'll only need two. You'll need a powder puff and a fluffy powder brush. Two blushes, a darker one and then a brighter one that pops. Painted by Esther focuses her placement right on the apple of the cheekbones and high, but not towards the temples of the cheekbones and not on the nose. So focus the blush right in this area here. Starting off with the darker blush, warm it up on the back of your hand and make sure it's a cream blush. This will later add dimension to your transitional blush. And you're gonna place it on the apples of your cheekbones with the fluffy brush. So go ahead and tap, 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 spreading the product out onto the brush. And with the lightest pressure, disperse the blush evenly, but it doesn't have to be perfect because we're gonna fix it later anyway. You want this first layer diffused like it's part of the skin and you can't really tell where it starts and stops. This blush technique is all about layering on product, so don't be scared to add more blush. Next, we're going to do some cleanup. So grab a brightening concealer and place it under the eye and around the nose in this area here. Now grab your powder puff, not a brush, to blend out. This technique here will help you diffuse the edges between your concealer and blush to create a seamless gradient flow without removing any coverage, which gives that editorial blurred transitional blush effect. Make sure to tap in the product and not wipe off the product, and don't be scared to go low with the concealer, especially around the nose area where the pores are. It'll give a better blurred look. Now grab your second blush, that's going to be the bright one. I'm using the Huda Beauty Liquid Blur Blush. Warming it up on the back of your hand again with a powder puff this time, not the blush brush, and we're going to tap it on. And these are light tabs meant to add more color or dimension with the darker blush, so blend it in lightly to your liking. Oh, and I forgot to mention, this technique needs to happen before you apply powders to your face. So don't set your makeup with powders just yet. Just set your forehead, maybe the chin area, but nothing around the cheek area. So if it's too late, I'm sorry. I hope you can still be friends. Okay, now you're going to set the cream products with a pink setting powder. I'm using this one from Huda Beauty and this one from Makeup Revolution in the shade Rose. Using the other side of the powder puff, set the concealer areas first. Using a pink setting powder really ties in the transitional flow of the blush and does slightly mute down the brightness of the blush. I like it. The two main takeaways I've gotten with this technique is layer your products on and warm them up before application to the face. I get oily in my T-zone, so I'm going a little heavy to lock everything in. To ensure long-lasting results, apply a sheer layer of powder blush with a powder brush, not the puff, again focusing high on the apples of the cheeks. I love how high fashion this blush technique is, but it's made its way to the mainstream and people are just wearing it now every day. I'm obsessed. This is what the end result should look like. Supermodel cheekbones, nice and high on the apples of the cheeks. Yes. I'm gonna finish applying my mascara and other finishing touches. Here is your step-by-step guide on achieving the transitional blush technique, the Painted by Esther way. Is this a blush technique you guys would try out? Yes or no? Let me know in the comments. All right, friends, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. As always, stay fabulous. Bye.